Hi there, welcome back to my channel, Scrap and Coffee. I'm finally here with a new project for you. I've made a small project. It's a journal set. In this base you will find several pieces together that can make it easy for you to journal. Like for a small getaway, a city trip, or maybe a short cruise, or a nice long weekend with family or friends. Yeah, I really like how it turned out. I've used the Lady Vagabond collection to decorate. I've used the original Lady Vagabond collection, and I've also used the Lady Vagabond lifestyle collection, both in an 8x8 paper pack. And I've cheated a little bit because I've used two sheets out of the collectibles, that is the 6x12 pack from Stamperia, right, for some background papers. And I've made the project completely out of cardstock. The only thing that I did to reinforce the spines is use what I believe is a new product from 49 and Market. It's the repositionable fabric tape, and I had the version that is completely black. You also have tapes that coordinate with their collection, several collections, but I've used the black, and I really like the luxurious feel that this gives the project in the end result. However, the tape is not made to use in this way, so you need to work around it somewhat, and you will see that in the tutorial that will be coming up. Now, I've used an elastic cord as a closure with an eyelet on the large spine for this base. So for that you would need a big bite for eyelet setting. So if you don't have that, you can still make the project. You just think of a different way to keep it closed. For example, you can use magnets here to keep it closed, or you just have some elastic cord that you tie together and just put it around and take it off completely, right? There are several things to think of, but I did the eyelet right there. And then the decoration on the outside is very plain and simple. So when we open it up, we have on both sides a very spacious pocket, and on one side I have a folio / ephemera holder, and on the other side I have the signature for journaling. On top of the pockets I've made some tuck spaces with an element from the original Lady Vagabond collection that I just fuzzy cut and glued down on 3 sides. And for now I have these cards in here that they are, I believe, from the lifestyle collection that I just cut out of the paper. So on this side I have some several elements in here. I'm going to put this to the side. This is just something that I fuzzy cut from the original collection, and I just folded it in half. I've used some small paper clips here and there to keep some things clipped on it that you can also use in the signature later on. That's just in here. Then I've made an envelope, and I'm thinking of doing another one. But for this I've used a die from Pink Fresh Studio. This one is called a mini slimline envelope, and yeah, I've bought this because I really wanted it, then never used it, and now I thought, oh, let's use it. So here we are. The only thing is that when the die is completely folded open before gluing it down, it's exactly 8 inches, and I had 8x8 paper, so I was afraid that that was not going to work with the cutting, so I didn't take any risk. I've made it out of black cardstock, the base, and then I've decorated it with the pattern paper, and that worked out perfectly. So what did I use it for? I just have in here all my fuzzy cut elements from the paper collection. So I just cut them all out. I've inked them so they are basically prepared to use as decoration in the actual signature. So to keep this all safe. And then I was thinking of doing another one with some where I can keep my scrap pieces of pattern paper together, basically. So if you want to use that, you also have it up for grabs with you. So I might make another envelope, but that's still, also I still need to do a closure, but I'm not sure what I want to do there yet. Then we have the actual signature. I will show you in part 2 of the tutorial how I've made the signature, but it's basically a digital kit from Victoria Designs on Etsy, a small journal kit. I believe it was called Steampunk Journal Kit, but I'm not 100% sure. I will do my best to link it down below in the description box. I felt that worked with the project, with the paper collections that I'm using. So I'm happy with that, and the only thing that I did is that I've covered up the front cover with paper from the Lady Vagabond collection and decorated that a little bit more. I didn't do anything on the back. Again, I did a little paper clip to put some pieces in here, but I haven't done anything else yet. So this is all this digital paper. Some I've used 2 or 3 times, some plain ones. I didn't have any tea dyed or coffee dyed stained paper, so this is all those digital papers that are printed double-sided. Just on plain copy paper, you don't need a special printer for it. Like I said, on letter size, on regular copy paper printed. So really simple signature, but I do show in the second part of the tutorial how I've put that together. And then we have a folio on the other side, and then you have this empty case here to keep everything together. So this folio, I did basically the same thing as on the base. It's completely made out of cardstock. I just reinforced the spines with that fabric tape, and I've used an elastic cord as a closure, but this time my eyelet is on the back because I felt that the spine might be just a little too small for the eyelet. Maybe it would have worked, but I just wanted to be safe. What I don't like about this folio, and that's completely my own doing, right, is how I've cut these papers on the front cover, because I just wish that I've cut it in a way where you would at least see her face. That would have made it so much better, but I wasn't thinking. Her face is covered up and I don't like that, but that's what it is. So I can open this up, and you really want this to be nicely filled up and a little chunky. And it's a really simple basic folio. Like I said, you can use it as an ephemera holder, which basically is the idea that I have right now for it. I've put a lot of stuff in here that I could also use in the signature later on. So if I want to use something in the signature, then I can go in here to see what I have. I'm planning on making some pockets or tuck spaces, or I'm just gonna go on YouTube and find some inspiration for things that you can make with your scrap pieces of paper as ephemera pieces for your signature, your journal. And I'm going to place them in here so that I have them up for grabs if I want to work in the actual signature. And then once this is emptied out and after the trip, basically the idea is that you will do that while you're on that trip, then I can fill it up with photos, so it has a double use. I hope that made sense, but in my head it completely makes sense, but I'm not sure how that came across. Okay, so I have 2 belly bands here. I just placed 2 longer journal cards behind it just to give you some idea. And then on this side we have 2 smaller pockets that can hold, well, they're holding journal slash photo card here and just some card parts from the collection for now. And the same thing here on the top pocket. And then here I have a larger pocket, so you can also place some larger pieces in there or some larger photos later on. Then these flaps can both open up to the side, and we have this large spread here. In the middle we have some stacked pockets, so again I've just placed stuff in here that I had from the collection. Some die cuts, some photo mats, just things that I had and wanted to give a place. So stack pocket here and stack pocket here. And the same thing. And then, oh, I also have something here behind the paper clip. This is actually one large spread that you can find in the paper collection. These are 2 papers that are next to each other when you open up your paper collection. And I've used that one whole spread on here. It was just a little too short lengthwise, so I filled it in with a little bit of purple there, but I think this works pretty well actually. And then here on the side, on both outside flaps, you can also flip this up, and I've made photo slash journal opportunity there as well. And then that changes the look of this whole spread basically. So I really liked how that turned out. This is not magnetized, it's just hanging there and staying in place pretty well. And that is the whole folio. Really simple, small, easy, comes together pretty quick. And yeah, like I said, it can have a double use. So right now it's pretty empty, but you really want to fill this up for a nice chunky, bulky feel to it. And then yeah, everything will stay in place right here in your cover. And if you want to, you can also make 2 folios and have one on each side, right? That will also work. You can also make the folio as a standalone piece, but I really liked how this turned out. I'm going to put it to use in the very near future when I travel to Europe to spend time with family. And yeah, I just like the idea that I just need maybe an extra bag with some glue and a pen and some maybe a small ink pad to decorate the page a little bit more. But all my ephemera pieces, everything that I want to use in the signature is already there, and then later on I can place my photos in here as well. So I think this is it's a small project, but it's a very usable project. That's how I feel about it. So I hope you like it too, and of course I hope you will join me in the tutorial that will be coming up to my channel in 2 parts. In the first part we will be making the folio, and in the second part we will be making the outside base, and I also show you how I've made the insert. You can already find your free cutting guide on my website, scrapandcoffee.com. It's a free PDF download and it makes it easy for you to prepare your pieces and work along with the video later on. And I don't have to put all my measurements in the video. Yeah, I hope you like it, and I hope you will join me in the tutorial. For now I want to say thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye!